Hi, John. This is Therese. Thank you for taking my question. I know the Department of Defense has taken a stance on rooting out extremism among the ranks. However, my question is, have there been any talks on, I guess, making amends to those individuals who experienced racism while serving in the military? And I have two examples I can give for you. The Tulsa Massacre Centennial just happened this week, and I was able to speak to Army veteran Hugh Van Ellis, and he described not only surviving the massacre, but then joining and proudly serving the military that didn't believe in him. He experienced so many different racial instances while serving and even after. But luckily for him, he survived. Private Felix Hall, who was stationed at Fort Benning, did not. He was the first American to be lynched on a military base. To this day, that case has not been resolved. So we still don't know what happened. So in the instances where you have members who are experiencing racism while serving their country, are you guys in talks of how to make amends or try to resolve these instances that have happened in the past?
Well, first of all, let me make clear that nobody should have to experience racism or discrimination while serving their country, frankly, in any walk of life, but certainly not while serving your country in uniform. And I'm sorry to hear about those two examples. I did not know of that history, but that's representative of problems we know we've had in the past. And we're not blind to the fact that those kinds of feelings and or ideas and the actions that come from them still exist inside the ranks. The Secretary's been very clear that racism of any kind does not comport with our core values and has no place inside the military. And some extremist ideology is race-based, some is gender-based, some is anti-government based. So this is beyond just the extremism discussion that you started your question with. I know of no efforts or discussions here at the Pentagon with respect to amends making, the way you've described it. But one of the things the Secretary does believe is incumbent upon him and every leader here in the department in terms of making things better is simply being better leaders and fostering and engendering a culture here at the Defense Department where everybody who's qualified to serve in uniform is able to do so in an environment completely free of hate and fear and discrimination. And that's really at the core of what he's trying to do in that regard. Okay.
Acknowledging those instances that happen, that's the way moving forward. So in a sense, do you feel that there should be acknowledgments to these individuals stating, yes, these things happen, we are doing this moving forward, but what are we doing to make amends to them, to those individuals that—
As I said, I'm not aware of any overt policy decision here in terms of specific amends making with respect to specific incidents. Those incidents you described are sad to hear. They're hard to hear. And sadly, there are modern examples of that kind of discrimination and that kind of racism. And what we have to do, what we're focused on right now, is making sure that we're creating the proper workplace culture and climate for people of all walks of life. If you want to serve your country in uniform or even in civilian ranks here, and you meet the standard and you qualify, we want you to be able to do that. And we welcome that service. And we want that service to be appreciated. And we want you to be able to serve with respect and dignity.